My gorgeous Torini, like, oh my goodness, you know, you are going to make such a wise choice. At around the beginning of this week, you are gonna feel, you're gonna be contemplating, you are so going to be contemplating, my gorgeous Torini, at the beginning of this week. There is this kind of interesting news that you are going to have, and this interesting news that you are going to have, it's really going to make you aware of some kind of opportunity. Now, when you become aware of that opportunity, this is exactly going to be the reason why you are going to start contemplating, because when you become aware of what you're going to become aware of, you most certainly are not going to be able to stop thinking about it whatsoever. It's about you becoming aware of an important opportunity, but at the same time, there is something that will need to go. There is something that you're going to need to move away from. There is something that you're going to need to move on from. And that's exactly what you're going to be thinking. Oh my God, I'm going to do that, blah, blah, blah. And then that's why you are going to have this contemplation at around the beginning of this week. Listen to me very carefully. My gorgeous Torini, the bottom line is you are going to have a major contemplation at the beginning of this week. What you need to do is you need to follow your intuition. You need to follow your intuition, because you're gonna benefit from some kind of a sacred knowledge at the same time. I know this sounds absolutely crazy, but you know, this is a lot to do with your subconscious mind. It's a lot to do with things you've been through within the last couple of years, and you know, good things and bad things, and it's a lot to do what you have learned about yourself and about your life in general within the last couple of years. You know, you're not going to be thinking about these things consciously, but subconsciously this is indeed going to be playing a really important role. So what am I trying to say to you here? The moment in time you find yourself having this contemplation, you have to trust your intuition. You must trust your intuition. Don't talk to John, don't talk to Mary, don't talk to Anna or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Just basically you need to kind of like, this needs to come from you. This needs to come from you, this contemplation you're going to have, because I'm telling you, you're going to benefit from this sacred knowledge. But when we benefit from sacred knowledge, we are not necessarily aware of it. The only way to respond to this is just to follow your intuition, and you're most certainly not going to be led astray. By the time you get to, so you're going to make a smart choice, you're going to make a wise choice when it comes to that contemplation. Please, you have to trust yourself 100%, my gorgeous Torini, indeed. And there is something major you're going to need to carry on with. There is something major you're going to need to continue, okay? And this is also going to be obvious at around the beginning of this week. Something that, you know, you wanted to move away from, something that no longer worked for you, but you need to kind of continue with that element at around the beginning of this week. But that element is going to be connected to that particular choice you are going to actually make. This is why this is going to be so important for you indeed. By the time you get to the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Torini, you know that there is somebody who is really going to need your help. This person is going to be going through something really difficult, and I think it's a female person. What am I seeing here? It's a really nice female person, somebody very smart, somebody very clever, somebody very intelligent, but that particular person is dealing with something really difficult. And when you find out what but this is somebody in your life, somebody gorgeous, when you find out what that person is dealing with, my gorgeous Torini, you're really going to be surprised why this person didn't tell you this, you know. And you're not going to be able to understand this to start with, why this person didn't tell you this, you know. But then again, at the same time, slowly but surely, you will be able to understand, because it's a lot to do with the way this person is. I think that this person is somebody really smart and clever, but I think it's also somebody who is rather like proud of themselves as well. So that's why they didn't want to mention anything about it or whatever they're going through. And this is important. Once you start talking to that particular person, because at the same time, you know, on one hand, I mean, you are going to know exactly what to say to this person. You have got an answer to whatever this person is going through, and it is somebody in your life, somebody who means to you so much. But also on another hand, when it comes to that particular person, my gorgeous Torini, what is also rather important is that that person is going to kind of tell you something which is really going to surprise you. Or this is a different thing. Another thing that that person is going to tell you, that person is going to tell you that somebody is about to come back into your life. And this is not a necessary, I'm not talking about an ex or anything like that. I'm talking about maybe like a family member who you haven't seen in absolute ages, or like one of your best friends. It's either family member or it's either one of your best friends who you haven't seen in absolute ages. Maybe somebody went to live abroad or work abroad or something like that. You are somehow going to get this message through this person where you're going to realize that there is going to be some kind of a reconnection. There is going to be some kind of reconnection, but this is also going to make you feel so happy, my gorgeous Torini. It's really going to surprise you. But then at the same time, whoever this person is, who you are going to reconnect with again, this person is beautiful because this person is going to play a really huge role in your life within the next 2-3 years, especially when it comes to you becoming inspired by something you were never inspired before. By the time you get to the last part of this week, my gorgeous Torini, it's like a basically, ooh la la, do you know what? You are going to become aware of some kind of like a travel plans. There is some kind of a traveling plan that you are gonna be, there is some kind of a traveling plan, sorry, I'm just checking if I've got my necklace, you see. Yeah, traveling plans. There are some kind of a traveling plans you're going to become aware of at around the end of this week, okay? Some kind of a traveling plans you're going to be making. Some kind of traveling plans you're going to be thinking about. Okay, but what's really important is whether you go to this traveling now or whether you go this week, whether you go next week, whether you go next month, whether you go in 2 months, whether you go in 3 months, whether you go in 1 year. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't really matter. You are going to make a major discovery. You are going to make a major discovery. Whatever this traveling is, okay? Whatever this traveling is, whenever you get to this destination, whenever you get this destination, there is something huge you are going to discover. There is something important you are going to discover. And what you are going to discover, my gorgeous Torini, it's like a really, my God, it's going to be essential when it comes to you making like a really important decision, when it comes to you realizing what exactly do you need to do in order to have one of the biggest progress of your entire life. You see what I mean? Wow, brilliant. So now, my gorgeous Torini, I'm just going to shuffle these oracle cards and I'm going to see what your oracle card of the week is going to be. I'm just going to see what your oracle card of the week is going to be. Oh God, yeah, here we go. Sorry, darling. You know, it just doesn't mean, you know, it just means that you're going to be a little bit sad about something, okay? It just means that you're going to be a little bit sad about something, my gorgeous Torini. And let me just take another card and see, you see. So this is what you need. You're going to be a little bit negative and a little bit sad about something, but that's a clear sign and that's a clear indication, having this protection card over here. You need to protect your energy. You need to realize what is draining your energy. Something is draining your energy and something has been draining your energy for a while. So therefore, you're going to need to set some kind of a boundaries here. But first of all, you need to be honest with yourself. So you need to protect your energy. So to me, this like a sadness here, it's pretty much so about your energy, you know, not being protected. And this means that sometimes we can be surrounded by the kind of wrong people, or sometimes we can do the wrong things that are constantly making us feel negative or making us feel down. It really depends what this is, but this is also going to be a clear sign and a clear indication that you need to protect your energy, and in order to do that, you're going to need to set the boundaries in your life. Now it's time, my gorgeous Torini, indeed. indeed. If you need something to re-energize you a little bit, if you need something to pick you up like almost instantly, then I strongly suggest you, my gorgeous people, to get something like Crazy Lace Agate, which is absolutely perfect when it comes to promoting in an instant happiness, when it comes to promoting vitality, and when it comes to grounding as well. This is absolutely like a perfect combination of things that are so necessary when it comes to our balance in general. Because at the same time, when you feel like really negative, when you feel really down, when you feel really sad, when you feel really spaced out, I mean, this life can be very, very difficult sometimes. I completely understand. But the problem is when we are dealing with certain things in life, then certain things have got like a negative impact on us. And our energy is like taken away from us without us even realizing. Sometimes we are so energized, sometimes we have so many ideas, sometimes we are so keen to do things, and sometimes we are complete opposite. When sometimes we are down, sometimes we are negative. So, Crazy Lace Agate, it's absolutely perfect, specifically when it comes to us not feeling good, when it comes to us not feeling right. Especially when this has been caused by the certain, situations in our life, which is absolutely natural, absolutely normal. But we need to get on with our lives. We need to get on with our lives. So this is why Crazy Lace Agate, it's absolutely brilliant, because it's instantly, and I mean instantly, going to pick you up. It's not only about happiness, it's not only about vitality, but it's about this energy that instantly like kind of picks you up so you can get on with your life. You know how precious this crystal is. Very, very powerful indeed. This Crazy Lace Agate comes with sterling silver chain, okay? And the link to buy this is going to be above, or it's going to be within the description, in the description below, or you can simply go and see it's going to be pinned on top of the comments as well, where you can buy this gorgeous and ever so powerful pendant, Crazy Lace Agate.